All right, good evening once again. I come your way to give you a few guidelines how to go about your project, your final project. And today, I'm just to give you a few guidelines. So in your chapter 3, these are guidelines that you need to follow, which our advice you shouldn't go beyond what will be said in this video to help us to able to do what we have been tasked to do. So chapter 3 is basically the methodology, which is the method or the proposed system design, the system that you have proposed. But basically, what I would say is that the process or method one intend to use for your research, or the process one intend to take for your research. So the process that you want to take or you are intend to take to able to achieve your proposed system. So your proposed system, how do you intend to achieve it? Basically, that's what the chapter 3 is about, how you're going to achieve it, to able to come out with a develop or the proposed system or the research that you have selected. So we are going straight to talk about a few things in our chapter 3, and then we follow as you to enable us to do. So basically, then what I'll say is that these are a few things that your chapter 3 need to able to capture in uh, your chapter 3. So I'm just going to explain, then after we take it point by point. So the first one is, what method is one intend to use? You need to let us know the method that you are intend to use. Is very key. You need to let us know what method. So what you are going to select, I will give you more details. So what method, that's the first one. Then why do you intend? Let us know why you intend to choose that method. Is also very important. And then the last point that you need to highlight, which I'll give each of them details about it, is how was the method used or going to be used? So how the method that you've selected, how are you going to use to able in each stages to able to achieve your purpose or your proposed system? So basically, we have the what, the why, and the how. These three things must be achieved in your chapter 3, which is a methodology. These things must be achieved. So we go straight, and I'll take each of the points one after the other so that we can able to exhaust our chapter 3. So basically, additional information, I will say the system design, system implementation, in case you collect data, the method or the tools to be used or the tools for analysis, and then way of tracking the system development or the projects, how are the ways you're going to track the system development or the research way. So the various areas that we will talk about or to outline in our work is, one, you give us maybe the 3.0 is an introduction. So introduction basically is what we should expect in your chapter 3 or in the methodology, what you are used to expect. So you need to inform your readers what they are to expect, just to give us introduction. Like, so that when we are starting, we'll know what we are expecting in your chapter 3. So you let your readers know what they should expect in your chapter 3. So the 3.1, we'll start with the software design or software development life cycle. So basically, you already know from the other a previous courses, what is software development lifecycle? So the first thing is that your 3.1 is software design, which in the software design, you let us know what software design method you're going to adapt in your proposed system. So what are going to adapt in your proposal? For instance, if you have to take maybe prototyping or waterfall, you let us know what is in it, what is involved, and all other things. Give us some brief, this cannot brief like details, what is in it. So that your readers want us. And then after you let us know that, you let us know why did you choose that method over the other. So that's where the why come. So for instance, if you choose waterfall, why do you choose metaphor over prototype? Maybe these are the limitations that you saw, which you think that based on that limitation, your proposed system, the waterfall will fix better than the prototyping in your proposed system. So that's the how. So basically, these are the guidelines you need to follow. Follow these guidelines. Shoot away so that it can be able to help. And then the last aspects that I would say. So how did you use? So the last aspect is that you need to let us know after we talk about the what, the how, the what and the why. You need to know the how. So the method that you've taken in the software development life cycle, maybe if you selected waterfall, each stage, let us know each stage is how you're going to use to implement your work. So if you take one stage, let us know that this stage you use to implement this portion of your work. So each stage is in these uh, method that you've selected from the software development lifecycle. Each stage is involved. So if you selected waterfall, the stages involved. Let us know each stage is how you're going to use to implement your work, your related work, your proposed system. Don't just write the stages. In each stages, your proposed system, maybe you do this, you do this. And then finally, maybe if you'll be doing testing, let us know what you'll be doing at each stages. It's very important. So that's the how. So if you're able to align all these things, then you are done with your 3.1. So these are important things. So after we have known the what development lifecycle will be selecting, that's the system design. Then you explain the why you selected it over the others. And then after you let us know how you're going to use in various stages able to come out with your proposed system is very important. Now, when we come to the 3.2, 3.2 is about the system architecture. So when you hear any architecture, like the normal word from architecture, architecture works are just to give us the overview or the model of the system. So for instance, in building, when you go to the architect, they give you all the models involved. So I can able to give it to the contractors able to come out with that building. So in the same way, when we come to our software development, the system architecture is a model of the system. Let us know all the models. Explain each. So explain the what, the why, how of each component in your system. So the components in your system, the user interface, the administrative, and then let us know all each of these various components. Why, what, why do we need? So the various, basically your system. How you're going to, so maybe if your system, you're going to start with the login, you let us know the login and why and various and what and how you're going to use it. So that's every component in your system. So you are done with that, then you are done with your 3.2. You are good to go. Now, the other aspect is the 3.3. So the 3.3 is the system design. Now, the system design basically is just to come out with that any you have the pseudocode. We already know pseudocode. Pseudocode is a step-by-step procedure that one need to able to. So the system design, the procedure. So using something like data flow design or flowcharts or a pseudocode, how to able to achieve. So that one you just maybe a diagram or if it's a pseudocode. So for instance, like my one of my theses that I came out with, I just came up with the pseudo code. So the step by step, that one was more of the algorithm that I use, and that's in the pseudo code. So it was more of programming languages. So that's the step by step procedure. But however, maybe yours, you can go for a flow chart or a diagram flow. So you can use a data flow or a flow chart to describe so the logic behind your work. So how the logic behind how your work is going to work. So the logic behind your work, the process. So it's like the first, the architecture is just the, let's say, the graphical aspect, and then the the design aspect is just letting us know the logic behind. So you can just design a simple flowchart to let us know maybe it starts where we log it, when we log in it to go, and then where it will stop and it will end. And I hope you know that, or you're using a pseudo to do that, which you can do that. So the logic behind how each of your components or how your work will be operated, that's the 3.3. And the last chapter is the 3.4. As I said, you need not to go beyond this one, but you can have subtopics underneath of what the topics that I've raised. But not to go, you shouldn't have more than 3.4. So 3.4 is okay. So we have the user system interaction. Now, this place basically talk about how users are going to be able to interact with your system. Maybe you can use diagram like the user case diagram. How users are going to interact, maybe the systems, if your proposed system, the hardware required, and then the security aspect. So the hardware required, maybe you need to run on this, maybe i5, this will need to have this Windows, or you need a different OS able to run on it. So how users are going to interact with your system, basically you let us know how it's going to work. And then when you are able to exhaust these topics that I've said, then you are good to go for your chapter 3, which is a methodology. So let me go over what I said. So as I said, we need to know the chapter 3 focus is about what, why, and how. And I said in each of them, the 3.1, we talk about the software design. Let us know what you selected. And then you, in that same 3.1, you let us know why you chose these others. And then the last one is how you are going to use the various stages to your work. That's fine. And the 3.2 is the system architecture, as I said, the model. So let us know each of the models, the components within your proposed system. And then the 3.3 is the system design using a data flow diagram or flow chart or a pseudocode to be able to describe the logic, how your work is going to operate. And the last aspect is there's user system interaction, which is very key to know that. So I'll put those various topics that need to be highlighted, attach the videos, which you will see, and then you work around your work. With much ado, I want to thank you. And then you subscribe to my link, you like it as you watch these videos, you comment and feedback. All right. So thank you. Bye.